Hey, Mike. Hey, Johnny. How you guys doing? Oh, Mike. Just a little sneak peek there. So right now I'm just finishing off this Hackberry bowl that we worked on the last live. Just getting the base done. That's got to get higher. Just a quick bit of scraping. Make sure that the center is not proud. And it is not. So as far as that's concerned, I can do the sanding and all that. Some other time, you guys. I'm not going to bore you to death with sanding. So we'll just set this off to the side. And we'll go ahead oh, hey, Professor Rusty. How you doing, sir? Where did it go? Of course, I had a blank prepped. There it is. Get in there. So this, again, we're going Axminster ring drive center, solid piece of metal, friction drive, ring live center, and that is a piece of mahogany. Get you guys, put you right about there, should give you a pretty good view. Okay, let's see, what do we want to do? Go to easy wood or stick with traditional? Let's start with traditional to get going. It's still pretty high, but we'll make do. Tighten up that tailstock. There we go. Just about round. That should have done it. Is that a plywood? How's it going? I'm not trying to take way too much. we're looking. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm going to move you over here for a sec. Look at this as it spins. All right, we're going to start making our spot for our chuck. Somewhere right around there. See how it's looking here. It'll fit. Grab a knockout bar. Get that out of there. There we go. We're going to go ahead and move that off to the side. I don't like left-handed turning. What is that I keep showing off? That's the thing for your challenge. It's got to get the inside cut. And now I went and messed with the gooseneck and it's all messed up. All right, there we go. Notice we're going to cut a quick little spot to grab it. I am not good trying to turn left-handed. Oh yeah, I did make that. Wonder if he's dry. He is not dry. He is spinning in that handle. So that's not ready yet. Hey Tom, how's it going? Speed. tree. Yeah, we'll just make us a little recess. Do it the easy way. A little bit more. Ooh, raise that guy up. See if I did it enough. I did. Now we can get the bottom taken care of. Then we'll spin it around, do the inside. Portsmouth. Who's in Portsmouth? Go back down. Speed. What do we want to do? Looking, you guys can't really see what we're up to here. Give you a better idea on the kind of shape we're after. Oh, me and this gooseneck. Hey, Brian. I swear. There we go. Now you guys can see better. Let's see how we did. Oh, that's not too bad. That is not too bad. Actually, I think I like that. All right. I think we are going to have to do some sanding here. Let's see what we got loaded up here. Definitely not that one. That is 80. Tool rest out of the way. Been working on a video most of the evening. Schedule its release tomorrow. Nice. I'll be sure to check that out, Brian. I think we're done with 80. Fine. There's 180. $180 done. Get the 240 on there, and that's probably where we'll stop. Yeah, 320 is right in front of me. Ooh. That's looking pretty decent. Can't use that one. Sorry about the sanding, guys. I know it's boring, but you got to sand it to be able to do the reveal, right? Got the chatoyance going. This is just rubbing alcohol. Just kind of lets us see what it will look like once we do put a finish on it. And it dries off real fast. Gotta love the way that looks, huh? We'll get this guy turned around. We'll carve out the inside. This is actually my first time ever using mahogany. And I gotta say, it is nice to work with. Turns about as easy as cherry does. All right. For anybody in there watching, I am a newer YouTube channel. So if you guys want to go ahead, like, subscribe, do the YouTube stuff. If you guys got any ideas for stuff that you'd like to see done, just throw them in the chat. And we'll see what we can do either in a regular video or on a live. All right, you guys aren't going to be able to see anything over there. Get you over here. We're going to have to move you still. So while you can see right now, you're right where the tool has to go. So we will bring you up, twist you that way, and zoom you in. That looks pretty all right. See if you can't fit the flashlight. Check on your view. Make a sphere. Thanks, Mike. That's one of the hardest things there is to do. You should break out the skew and start making Easter eggs. Mike Stanifer's in. How you doing, sir? Let's see where I'm at here before I join the funnel club again. Nope, there goes the flashlight. Oh, we can go a lot further down. All right. That is fairly even. That evens off that rim. All right. Shall we go one final pass? Nothing ever goes wrong when you say that, right? I go knock something over. See, that went pretty darn good. That went really well. A little nib in the center. If you guys can, well, of course I knocked the flashlight over, so you probably can't see it. There it is. All right. All right. So you guys can get a good look at it. It turned out pretty good. Is that a Sorby scraper? That is a Benjamin's Best off Amazon for like 30 bucks. I have to sharpen it nonstop. Actually, I sharpened it earlier and it's already the hook. I don't even think you'll be able to pick it up. It's pretty much gone. Slightly there on that edge. Not really anywhere else. But it works. My good scraper is this one. That one holds an edge for a while. That M2 tool steel. No complaints about that. All right, let's get that inside sanded up. And I think we'll be ready to put a coat of finish on it. Why are you getting stuck? Oh, because I was spraying shellac earlier. That'd do it. All right, back to our sandpaper here. Find that. There we go. This guy's too big to really be working in there. Shift gears here to the smaller one. Smaller one, a little 2-inch disc. I use double foam pads so it bends in and gets everywhere it needs to get to. That is a lot of dust. All right, we're gonna go ahead and use the dust collection. Be a little bit of noise here, but I don't want to breathe that in. Okay. Takes care of the 180. And of course, those disappeared. Little 220. And where'd he go? The heck was that? Dust collector sucked up something. So that looks pretty darn good. Final one will be 400. We'll hit the inside, we'll hit the outside, and we'll start spraying. Reminder to never leave a sharp edge there. That will not only cut, but burn when it cuts. And I'm told that's quite an unpleasant situation. We could have done a better sanding job than that. Yep, that is mahogany. Or at least that's what the lumber place told me. I think CR Mutter Spa knows what they're talking about. So doing this is going to help get all that dust out of there. Like I said, that is just Meyer brand rubbing alcohol. I have denatured. I can't tell the difference between the two. The other thing that's going to do is pop the grain a little bit. Nothing a little 4/0 steel wool won't take care of. That's feeling pretty darn good. Hit it with some good old shellac. Let's see. Right over here might be the best view. There's the first coat of shellac on her. I was spraying earlier, and yeah, it's already on there. That's why I was having trouble moving it. I like it too late. All right, well, that's going to dry. We'll just set this over here. And what shall we do next? What do I got? Well, I actually have nothing else prepped and ready to go. Well, still got to go ahead and start taking the center out of that. But I'm making a horizontal with that one. Oh, what do we have? What's going to show off here for things that are up and coming? I think Matt was mentioning this the other night. So I'll start making up a segmented. So you'll see that in an upcoming video. In the meantime, let's just go ahead. You hear the chop saw in just a second. Go about 4 inches. All the way out. There we go. We're goofing around talking about it, so we'll give it a go. goes. Get the tailstock back up here. I don't want to get in the hole. I did not do a good job centering that, huh? Probably help if I was going forwards. There. Hey Chase, what's going on, man? Move you guys off to the side. All right, here we go. All right, I've never been good at doing this, but we'll give it a shot. It's not too terrible. Not too bad. Not too great, but not too bad. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're going to call that one good right about there. You just say the 80 grit bowl guy. Well, that's the fastest way to remove lines. No, where'd I put that? Which one are you? That's 320. There. I do. I do like the Laguna lathe. Um, though I don't have anything to compare it to. I've only ever used, well, I used one back in wood shop when I was a kid, but that was a long time ago. And I have no clue what that was and couldn't tell you anything else about it. But when I was buying my lathe, I asked a bunch of guys who either had these or had Rikon, and basically said, which would you get? And they said either the Rikon or the Laguna. And I asked them, I was like, if you had your choice or had to do it again, which one would you get? And even the Rikon, the guys said they'd get the Laguna. So that's why I went with this one. There it goes. So we've made an egg. Cut that tail off of it real quick. Otherwise, I guarantee some child's going to come in and try to make a joke. So, is it a good egg? It's an egg. Needs to be sanded up some more. Yep, I knew somebody'd come in and try to make that joke. And there he is. So, I think that's going to finish it up for us tonight, guys. Show you some other things I did get. One of the neighbors had a tree chopped down. So, I went ahead and stocked up. I don't know if you'll be able to see this. I don't know if you can see the pattern in that or not. What was that? Mike X person. Yeah, it always happens. Tonight you just got to be that person. I think you can see a little bit more of the curl there. So, yes. Oop. Yeah, that'll be twice turned. So we'll get the first one done. I don't know if you can see it. I glued the end grain. Supposedly helps. So I got a couple other bowls that have already been turned once. And that one I did not leave enough material to be able to make it round again. So here's another shop bowl. And I got that one, but that's ash. And you can see if you don't get to ash right away, it just cracks like crazy. We don't know what kind of wood it was, what kind of tree it was. So it's heavy. It's also very wet right now. That's the bark on it. And that's the bark on the other tree he had. Again, we don't know what either of those are. I know that one's ash. That's what its bark looks like. So maybe, possibly. And I've got, I don't know if you can tell that's bird's eye. And then that is a massive hunk of cherry. Padauk back over there. I got some walnut over there, and I got some more miscellaneous stuff up there. So that one might be birch. If I remember right, they have a more papery type bark on them. That cherry, I've been just cutting bowl blanks out of it mostly. So the other night we turned one way too thin. So that ended up being less than 1/8 of an inch thick. And then it flew off the lathe and broke. So, shot bowl. Well, all right, guys, I want to thank you all for coming in. If you're not subscribed, consider doing so. Like I said, if you guys got any ideas for things you want to see me do or try, just let me know, and we'll see if we can't make it happen. Thanks much. Y'all have a good evening. Bye-bye.